Hi guys, today I'll be going over how you can add schema markup, any sort of schema markup to your Duda web page, right? So first of all, before I get into it, if you want my free Duda SEO checklist, which includes all the schema markup, checkers and things like that, all you have to do is just join my Facebook group, the Neat Crowd SEO and Digital Marketing, and you'll be able to get it in there. So if you want the free Duda SEO checklist, join it in there. If you want the free sitemap template, join my Facebook. So let's get into it. So currently I am actually doing some work for a client, the Florida TMS clinic, and using the sort of phase 1 audit, I came across, obviously we have the top issues. Again, if you guys want me to do a free phase 1 audit for you, not the implementation, it's just the free phase 1 audit, just send an email to my email. I'll leave my email in the link below and I'll be able to sort that out for you. We basically go over all the phase 1 issues within a site. So, and then what I do is I take all the issues, like all the red boxes, put them in a phase 1 top issues, and then you'll be able to take that to your web designer, your SEO, do it yourself, or give it to me. So currently this client, obviously there's a TMS clinic. If you haven't already seen my videos about the audit that we did, I actually filmed the whole audit. I documented the whole audit on my YouTube channel. You actually be able to see it in here, right? So if you go to, so it's part 4, part 3, part 2, and part 1, I go through the whole audit, and now we're doing the implementation stage. So we're actually going through the first phase, and we're just adding, we're optimizing things. So far we're actually done. We've actually done so far. We set up we optimized the page for page speed, and I'm going to do a little video on that. And we actually did. We set up version tracking offline and online. We haven't set up the offline just yet. We set up the online. I hope to set up the offline soon with the call track, things like that. So let's get into it today, guys. So we're doing schema markup, and currently on the site, if you guys want to find out what schema markup is currently on the website, all you have to do is go to the structured data testing tool. Simply type it up Google, structured data testing tool, and then you can go on there. Like that, and then you plug the website in and you get sort of a kind of result like this. Currently this company has local business markup and medical clinic markup, because its industry is a medical clinic. There's 3 errors. See here, the review count, so that's something we want to add, the aggregate rating. We want to add an image, possibly, rating value, the price range, possibly not the price range, but these 3 here, because aggregate rate key, you want to be able to show those stars. If you aren't familiar with schema markup or aggregate rating markup, I'll show you what it is. Cars near me, cars near me. This is aggregate rating markup here. So you have to have reviews on your page, on that page, to be able to show aggregate rating markup. So let's get back to it. So one of the first things we want to adjust, obviously, is adjust the errors within the local business markup, right? So what you want to do is you want to go to, obviously, Duda. You want to go to, if I just close this, oh no, it's that. What you want to do is you want to go to the code up here, the HTML. It's something that you have to do in the back end usually. So what you want to do is you want to go to the HTML, CSS, and you want to go down to, well, in this case, it's in the site HTML, CSS. You want to go to header, body, end, and then you see the application JSON-LD, right? So first of all, any schema markup that you want to do it in JSON, right? So because it's much easier. And the way you can get sort of local business markup is you can do it 2 ways, right? You can either use the schema markup generator here, technical SEO schema markup generator. I'll leave a link in the description below. Or what you can do is you can go to a structured data testing tool, find a website that has the markup that you want, and all you can do is just basically copy the markup, and then obviously put it into your. So here's the markup here, right? So here's the markup, and then you just want to put it into your website, right? You can just copy it and put it into your website. You can double check this. You can just sort of simply take this here. Simply take this. Oh, here we go. You can take this schema markup down here and just do a new test. Just do code snippet and then just put run test. So as you can see here, that is local business markup. And this is where the way we're going to do it today. We could actually simply plug that code into there. We can actually adjust this code and then re-upload it to the site, right? To adjust these errors. So aggregate rating, height, rating, review count, review value, view. So we want to adjust the review count, things like that. Just see if we could do this in a neater fashion. What's great about this schema markup generator is you can just pick what markup you want to do. So okay, so it doesn't include the aggregate rating in there, so we can do it like that. So I believe what you do is you want to obviously find the aggregate rating, right? Review count. So obviously this page is the home page that we're doing, so we want to go back to the home page and we find out how many reviews are there. So there's 29, right? 29 5-star reviews. So we want to put that into there, 29 with the rating value was out of default range, you must provide the best and worst values with a rating value of 5-star, right? Go back to here, we just plug in 5-star, and we just simply, if we can just copy that and then just see if that, okay, so now we've got the review rating, we've got the review count, and we've got the rating value, so we've just added that in there. And then what you want to do is you could add an image, right? A value for the image field. So if we went to image, we go to image. I mean, it's not needed, but I mean, it would be nice if we add an image. Scroll across. So I think that's the furthest we can go. Image. There's an image area. If I'm not seeing something, please let me know. URL. So let's try just plugging that into. Let's just go to documents. Drive. We just put a document. So I'm not entirely sure where the image URL is based. So what we could do is we could actually take this image code here, unless I'm not seeing it, and then we could structure it so we can find name. So this one is after name, right? Okay, so comma, we want to get this right, and we want to put the Florida TMS clinic logo in there, and then we just want to check if that's a job, right? So we go new test, we plug that in there, we run test. So now we've got our image in there, as you can see here. We've got our review rating, review count, rating value. We could add a price range, but it's recommended. It's not, we can preview this as well. So the price range isn't recommended if you guys have a price range for a specific business. Like if you have a default service rate you offer to clients and things, I recommend putting it in there. But if not, then it's not needed, right? So what we want to do is now implement that into the website, right? So what we want to do is go back to Duda, and then what we want to do is we want to plug medical clinic. Okay. I don't want to obviously add extra code on top of that because it's slightly different. Obviously that adds the medical clinic, TMS Florida ID, got the geo coordinates, opening hours, specification. So what we want to do is we just maybe want to just add to this, but once we add to this, right, we need to test it because obviously we don't want to ruin the schema. So what we want to do is we'll just take that and we'll do, go back onto the structured data testing tool, and we'll just plug in, we'll plug in the URL. So obviously from looking at this is the schema markup that I'm seeing, right? So this is the one that's coming up with the medical clinic, and then the local business markup is down here, right? It's not in that sort of structured format, the same one as this, right? And then when we go onto the Duda site, we actually can't see that. So we can't see that at the bottom here, right? So unless it's being hidden somewhere, I believe we might need to adjust this current schema markup. So if we could address country, we could just take things from this one here. So we've got postal code, go back to postal code, address county, and we could probably add the aggregate rating markup underneath here. Aggregate rating. So as you can see here, I'm kind of just structuring it so it's a bit easier to read. Okay, so what I've done is I've just structured it in a way so it's a bit easier to read. So if we just plug that in just to make sure it's all okay, it'll come up as okay, excellent. That error there. Price range, yeah, okay. Image. And what we want to do is we could probably add, instead of local business, right, to make it even more specific and niche, we can actually add medical clinic. We revalidate, so it's now medical clinic. I don't know if you could add type to, I don't know if you could, I'm just spitballing here, but I don't know if you could add local business and medical clinic. But I think it'd be better if you went more specific, right? So you went for medical clinic on its own like that. And then what we want to do is we just want to take that. So we've got the aggregate rating markup in there. We may add sort of breadcrumbs markup as well, because that is something that is on the list. Obviously there's different things we want to add, sort of video markup, homepage markup, different things like that. But for the minute, we'll just add that. I don't want to mess anything up, so that's there. Medical clinic. Okay, I'm just going to add it underneath for the minute, right? So we can just match each one up, right? So we've got, schema markup top like that, application, context, medical clinic, name, street address, telephone, URL. We've got the aggregate rating, the rating value. Sorry, excuse me. Postal code. One thing that I've noticed, we don't have address county in there, so it might be an idea to add address county underneath postal code. So if we just take that, we just plug that underneath postal code. So we could add. So what we do is add address county. So we just take that and we'll just make sure that's correct, and we'll just plug it into the structured data testing tool. Run test. Okay, US. The property address county is not recognized by Google for an object of type medical clinic. Okay, so we won't use county. Okay, that's no worries. Not to worry. We just won't add that. So if we just go back to address county and we just take that out, we remove that. It's not, it's probably not something that's super needed. Obviously, we just want to rank locally. Postal address region. So is there any more sort of schema markup we can add within here, right? So we could add homepage markup because it is the homepage, obviously. So how do we find homepage markup? We just homepage markup example or web page breadcrumbs. This is a great little site if you want to search for certain schemas, right? You just go to schema.org and then just plug that in and find what schema you're looking for, right? Web. Oh, so obviously. Oh well, so you've got medical web page, which is interesting. So JSON-LD. Okay, so that's for more specific medical things. So we're not going to go for that just yet. Just go back to web page. We might just want to add just an overview of web page. Item page, profile page. So obviously you want to go to JSON-LD because that's the main one. But first of all, we'll actually probably just save this, and we'll just remove this markup here, right? Just bring that back actually. Okay, no worries. You just always want to be very careful, obviously, because you are in the back end of the website, right? So we've got that in there. Now I've got the review count to the review value, rating value. Okay, we've got geo coordinates. Okay, so if we save that, right, save that, and then close, we republish, right? Then what we want to do is we want to go to structured data testing tool. You just want to run the test. Okay, so currently, so it's great because we have the medical clinic markup up now, and we have the aggregate rating in there as well. So hopefully the reviews from this front page, right, will start to show on the Google search engine, like I showed you earlier with the car, So that's excellent. We just want to look at the local business markup, and we just want to find out where that's coming from. I'm considering taking out the local business and just having medical clinic, but I'm not sure how that would work, the dynamic between that, because obviously having local business markup is just as good because it is a local business, so maybe we do leave it in there. So local business markup, and there's our markup there, obviously. And we don't have the price range, but that's our markup. And this is the local business markup down here, inserted by inserted by something called local marketing reports, but I can't find that currently. But there you go, guys. That's how you do the schema markup. If you have any questions, I may be doing a couple more videos on how I do sort of breadcrumb markup, things like that. But if you you're doing it for a specific business, obviously you can go for local business, or you can go even more in depth, go to the medical clinic, right? And then you want to add sort of the specific review rating. Remember to add reviews to your actual page if you want to do that, and let the reviews show up on the actual Google search engine. So yeah, here it is, guys. And yeah, I hope that helped. Let me know what you thought of it, and I may bring out some more videos on how to do certain markup, like on the list is video markup. We've got video markup on there, we've got blog markup on there, OG data, things like that. So cheers, guys.